the last few games, obviously first and second, you're all right. You've got the tanks full and everything, you know. But as this has gone on and we've been in the hotel for a couple of weeks and whatever else, it's like just communicating, encouragement, all these kind of things can just give you that extra bit, and we all need that, do you know what I mean? So it's important that it comes from everyone, and we've all been doing that, so it's helped for sure.
Oh, that's what a pro athlete looks like.
That's about it. I'm playing Pokemon. I'm 29 years old and I'm playing Pokemon. Nothing wrong with that. But you're never too old for this, right?
Oh, it's so sore in there.
Yeah, it's a huge difference, 6 p.m. kickoff compared to, I guess, a 9 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, just trying to acclimatise to the weather here. It's quite humid all day round, from the night in the morning, afternoon. So yeah, the 6 p.m. kickoff are quite tough. Even trainings in the afternoon are quite tough with the humidity and the heat. But yeah, as a 9 p.m. kickoff, you'd expect to have more energy.
It's an experience for us that is a great experience, and you know, when you're playing every 3 days and you see the team perform better each game, to me that's comforting as a coach. It just shows the group's mentality, and it's great to see that. So there's areas that we need to focus on tomorrow, but each day we're focusing on that and we're improving on that, which is good.
Yeah, 2v1, you go. It's not on, keep it. Attract, switch, bounce, efficiency, 15-metre passes. Yeah, second balls. Active pressure. Not be able to press straight away all the time, but cut that off. Active pressure, everyone in movement. Touch, look, turnover, and then break. So what we've been doing for a number of years isn't because we keep changing. No, it's not. It's because we have a set way of doing things and a set behaviour. And this is the set behaviour. It's a non-negotiable. These behaviours have got you to the point of where you are sitting now. And it doesn't just happen. It's happened 3 years. 3 years. But that is us. That is us. So if we want to continue, you know it works. But you're going to have to do it again today, individually and collectively. So mentally they're thinking of, it's hard, I don't want to run too much. So for me, boom, start with tempo, has to be tempo. Balls out, get it, play. You've got to work them. You've got to work them physically and mentally. Because trust me, once you break it, okay, we go again. Okay, but it's got to be the group. You've all got to be on the same page. Individually and collectively. No one can just think, oh no, is that? No. Everyone plays a part in this thing. Every single person. We represent us, each other. We don't represent me, we represent us. And what us is a team, man, that started to progress. Why? Because we're honest. We started to work for each other. We started to hold each other accountable. We started to work, train hard. We started to believe. That's us. That's the group that we have. Okay? Appreciate it.
So a setback for City as they're held for the second time in this Group G of the Champions League. They remain unbeaten, but the initiative now handed to BG Pathum United for top spot, and City will need to win against the Thais on Thursday if they're going to finish in first place. Full time, John and Dragons 1, Melbourne City 1.
I'll edit it now.
Yeah, for the most part, it's like, it's all right, but it's the ones that I've struggled with, and quite a few of the lads when we're speaking at breakfast and stuff, is like the day after the games. Because after the games, because we play so late, especially the 9 o'clock games, most of us, you have some caffeine before the game. So then you don't go to sleep till maybe 4 o'clock, some boys 5 o'clock. And then you're up sort of, generally because your body clock, you have 3-4 hours sleep and then you're up. So you don't feel good the next day, and then when you're in the back of sort of no sleep and there's not much going on, you haven't really got much to do, and you don't almost, it's a weird one because you don't want much to do because you're tired physically anyways, but then you've got too much on your hands when you're too much time on your hands when you're tired, and just it's always the day after the game that's difficult for me.
Suddenly Andy's making money. Mind you, this is because he couldn't get on the green.
That's true.
Thanks, mate.
Kenzie.
Thank you, Griff.
Good, mate.
You can pour in a mug. There is a quarter of a latte going, guys.
Thank you, thank you. Unbelievable. Thank you. Is this who lost what bet, Macca?
You would have put your house on him to beat all of us.
Yeah, I mean, like just being in the same environment all the time, not being able to go for a walk and stuff like that is obviously, it's difficult. That's like every human wants to be able to get out and about and do different stuff, and it just breaks up the day a little bit. But it's been the way that it's been. But for the most part, we've all got on as good as gold, really. Like, I think everyone knows, especially the last few days, that it's not that easy. Everyone away from their families, and you can sort of tell when one of the lads is a bit quiet, or maybe his fuse is a bit sort of shorter than normal, and you just respect it and just let them do, have their time to themselves, kind of thing. So, like I said, it's a good group, so we look out for each other, and it's been fine so far, and. With a lesser good group of lads, it could have been a lot less enjoyable experience, so I'm grateful that it's been the way it has.
So Andy, tell us your process.
Make it red, cuz.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. He's come to play today.
It was all going to be a recovery, getting freshness, keeping the guys healthy in between the games, and managing the squad as best we could, like from game to game. Having a plan in place, it sort of got rewritten multiple times based on injuries just before we left, and other variables as the games progressed. So yeah, but recovery was always going to be a big strategy. Days off, despite being locked in a hotel, can still be beneficial in terms of the mindset for the player. We did have a day where we tried and organise a golf day just for something different. Some chose to do it, some just relaxed. So I think little breaks, even if it's just on that mental and emotional side, can just help, reduce the nervousness, reduce the nervous system, and just let them recover from that sense as well. I think that was helpful. We were preparing for lots of treatments, massage, physiotherapy, TheraBody, getting the recovery pumps in. We've got TheraGuns and so forth, a whole lot of recovery strategies. We use the pool regularly. We've probably used it more than we ever have. One, it's a good space. We've been locked in the hotel, so the other risk is monotony and the boredom. So like changing things up and getting people active is just as important as the relaxing sort of passive recovery on the beds. But we try to use a as much as we can. We've been quite regular with it. You know, the guys have sort of responded well. They've used all the equipment well, put their hand up when they're sore. The food's healthy, and you know, we haven't really asked for anything, so it's been in our hands and we've managed it reasonably well, I think. So
it's an experience for us that is a great experience, and you know, when you're playing every 3 days and you see the team perform better each game, for me that's comforting as a coach, great for a coach. But there's areas that we need to focus on tomorrow, but each day we're focusing on that and we're improving on that, which is good. I signed Jordan when he was 14 years old for the club, so I know a lot about Jordan. You know, again, you know, what you're seeing now is probably the 3 years of work that's been put into him, and again, he needs to continue that. He's hungry, he's got a good attitude, you know, he works hard, comes from a great family. You know, it just shows the mentality of a person that, you know, really wants to focus on football as his career, and at the moment he's doing a good job.
Two Geordies, Geordie Valadon obviously, he's not even a professionally contracted player, so he's, a couple of weeks ago he's playing NPL competition, NPL3 in Melbourne, and then a few weeks down the track he's making his debut as a professional footballer in a Champions League game, and he adapted really well. And I think when you're surrounded by a really good group of professionals and a really good group of senior players like we've got here, that really helps players adjust and also helps players to develop. And with Jordan Boss as well, who's only really this year started to play regular A-League games and now has come to the Asian Champions League. And you could argue that potentially in our group he's been the best left-sided player in our group in this competition. So again, it speaks volumes for those boys and how hard they've worked and how professional they are, and they're getting the rewards that they deserve for that effort.
Yeah, look, the heat's been brutal here. It's different to what we're used to. We know the guys are fit and can run hard, but when you're running in heat and you're not getting, moment-to-moment recovery, it's taxing. It limited us in our training capacity, so we had to sort of pull back quite a bit in the volume of training we did and how we trained. But also, we were able to adapt reasonably well to the heat. Our season that just gone, or what we've had with all the short turnarounds, has probably helped us get through these 6 games so far.
So today, all I'm asking, and it's quite simple, for 90 minutes, do everything you can. Give me everything you can. And at times, guys, it's going to hurt. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying it isn't going to hurt. But when you hurt, you get that. I'm telling you. That's all I'm asking. For 90 minutes, you give me everything that you can. Every little bit. And if you're tired, okay. The other one will come in and we'll do your job too. You'll help. Everything you can, nothing left on the field. Because moments like these, guys, in football, this is what you play for. Nothing else. Okay? Good luck.
Yeah! Thank you very much. The service has been outstanding. Always very friendly and helping us out, whatever we ask. So I'd like to say thank you very much. And Paul, just like to thank
I've loved it, in truth. I think any footballer loves the feeling of big games, let's say, and the feeling and the atmosphere and the build-up and everything that comes with that. And this tournament, it feels like that, you know. Every game when you turn up at the stadium, you know, even little things like the music and everything that goes into each game here, you know, every game feels like a big game. And for someone like myself, and it'd be the same for the rest of the boys, we love that, you know what I mean? That's what, they're the sort of games that we want to play and that we enjoy most at the end of the day. So yeah, from a personal perspective, I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every minute, to be honest, so far, and I'm sure I will for the rest of it as well. It feels, when we turn up, the games feel big, and they, you know, the stadium's great, the pitch is good, and the general feel around the whole competition and tournament is great. A lot of it's a mental thing, I always think. I just think you've got to try and have positive thoughts as such, and like, you know, at the end of the day it's a difficult period in the heat and whatever else, but it's 90 minutes and then it's over with and you rehydrate and you're back to normal. So you sort of just got to battle through it, and I think that's what we've been doing. And our stats physically and stuff have showed that we've kept to a good level. So obviously we're doing well on that front.
Guys, 90 minutes. Okay, there's no tomorrow. It's today. Here for 90 minutes, give everything you got. Everything you have. Because you deserve to be in this position. So do not leave anything out there. Okay? Alicia. Come on!
Your full-time score, Melbourne City 0, BG Pathum United 0.
We've had some games where we've actually had to fight. I think the mental and emotional side of it, you know, we lifted more than we'd ever had to before. And physically it was treacherous and the guys just stood up. They were brilliant. And you know, we've had games where bodies are going in sore and you look and the battle and the competitiveness of the group is unquestionable. And you know, I think we've all been proud of the way we've gone about it so far.
But the fact that we stand here today, we sit here today, and we still haven't lost a game in the ACL for the first ever time in the club's history, mate, you should pat yourselves on the back. Again, rewrite history. Again, you've done something at this club that no one has ever done. People have tried, but they've failed. They haven't even come close to this. Okay? So, give yourselves credit. I'm the first one to give you a clip, but I'm not actually giving you a clip, I'm giving you a hug. You should be proud of yourselves, the way you've gone about this whole tournament. In conditions that, let's be honest, and I'm not using that as an excuse. Again, a group that's always been questioned about everything. We've had to do more things than anyone this year. We've had to face more than anyone this year. Games every 3 days. Not knowing who we're going to play. Are we going to play? Yes, no. Injuries, COVID, international windows. But no one's broke out. And that's what you'd be proud of. No one has broke out. You've actually gone the other way and proved, again, everyone wrong. Again. This is the proudest day today.
You've played, what, 5 games in 12 days. 39 degrees, lads. The humidity is 70%. Knowing that our squad is low, so everyone has to put in. And you've done it. We're asking people to back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And you have. And then we're asking you to train again and get on with it and go again. And you do. You're challenged every time. So take this as a learning for your life, because you're going to get challenged more than this. And the easiest thing to do as a human is to say, it's not my fault, or this is crap. But you haven't. You've been indoors 3 weeks. And after this, we're going to go to Perth and boom. Be proud of yourself today, because I'm going to be this. I'm telling you, today is very proud of you guys. Fantastic work. Okay, well done.
It was nice to hear from the manager that he felt that way. And yeah, I think he gave everyone a lift, and also gave everyone a bit of perspective. I use that word again, a bit of perspective, because we're in this bubble, working every day, obviously trying to win every game, training hard every day. And yeah, that 10 minutes from the manager, I think, you know, did give everyone a bit of perspective, like, yeah lads, we've done well. Like, let's feel good about ourselves and keep going with it, you know.
So, last game that it's been fantastic. Absolutely been fantastic. Okay? We've come to a competition where you want to be in. We're playing the 40 best teams in Asia, and we've held our own. We've held our own. But we've got one more. Okay? One more to show the Champions League what we represent. One more game. Okay? Before we go on to the next one. Okay? Good luck. As a coach, you know, you have to think a different way, and that's what it challenges you. You've got to think outside the box. You have to challenge yourself with different form, with different tactics, different styles, and it's great, you know, and it does challenge you, you know, and you do learn, which is fantastic, because you know you want to be better, you want to make your players better, the team better. So, you know, with these challenges, they are hard at the time, but I'm sure when you look over it in maybe, you know, a month's time, or you know, you say, well, what a great experience that is, and that's very, you know, I'm sure you guys have been in that state of your life before. The same with me and the team. So, look, we'll take a lot out of this competition, and again, you know, hopefully, you know, we can keep competing, you know, at this competition. But we know it's not easy. We know you have to earn the right, because there are a lot of good teams.
It's been a real privilege to be here to see our football department operate. This is like, you know, being at the Grand Prix and being part of the Ferrari team. It really has been incredibly good and insightful to see how you guys all operate. I think one of the proudest things for me being part of this club is the type of people, the calibre of people we have here. So you look around in terms of the amount of work and how we have a highly skilled, really cohesive, good people trying to take this club to the next step. So there's an enormous amount of work that's gone on behind the scenes to be here and make it go smoothly. It's a class act. I can be prouder across every one of you on the pitch. Behind the scenes is exactly what we want this club to be about.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable, and it's nice to be a part of something completely new. And to be honest, you wouldn't really know that it's something that the club hasn't done before because of the way everything's been managed. People probably don't get a lot of credit for what they do, organising everything. You know, everything's been very seamless and easy for the players to, you know, from an organisational perspective. So that's helped massively. So it hasn't felt like something new, which is nice. It's felt like this is where the team and the club belongs, which I think is important, you know. And I think away from the pitch, that's how it's felt. And I think on the pitch, that's what we've shown.
We're here to compete. Every day it's grind. We're gonna match, we're gonna prepare, not to go through the motions and do what you want. Hasn't happened. You've got to change. You've got to flip that switch. Don't force things. Play quick. Be aggressive. Physically, you've got to beat them. Physically, mentally, it's mental more than physical. Don't think of what happened last time. My ass. Go out there. You got to go out there. Go out there, okay? And first of all, boom, play. No turnovers, okay? Play quick, boom. Play pace. Play patience. That's what it's got to be. That's not, regardless. That's what it's got to be. But your mentality has to be the same. It can't be any different at all. Alicia. Come on, come on.
You hang it up. Block. Rafa. Actually, Rafa, you go to the right side. Yeah. You can block.
So say that's you, Connor. This guy's getting here, but you're all the way here. Rafa has to look this one here. Rafa has to be half and half. Connor's got no time to come in. And then you need to run to get a tap in. Same with you, Rafa. First goal, well done. But you need to run. Oh, you know what's going to happen. Okay? Any questions? No? Okay, let's go.
Come on, lads. Come on. Come on, boys. Come on. Skip it.
Jamie McLaren racked the crossbar off that penalty strike. He knew it was going to be difficult from there. And in the end, he didn't have enough. It was too little too late when Tilio scored in the 90th minute. And now it's a nervous wait for them.
So that is how it all finished at the Pathum Thani Stadium in Thailand. United City FC 0, Melbourne City 3.
It's been a challenging tournament for us. This tournament's tough. You play some good teams. They're not here because they finished down the bottom of their championships. They're here because they won trophies or they were up the top of the table. So all the teams we've played have been difficult games, and it's just going to get tougher from here. So yeah, it speaks volumes again for the resilience of the group to adapt to these conditions. Most of the games have been we're starting at 36, 37, 38 degrees. First couple of days we arrived here, we trained in 40, 41, 42 degree heat. It's not easy, and it's not easy to adapt, but we've been able to do that. As I said, we've got a really good group, we've got a resilient group that we take an attitude of nothing's too hard, and we don't have this attitude that we can't overcome things. We have an attitude that we are going to overcome things, and I think if you have that positive mindset, there's so much you can achieve.